Again, tonight we were supposed to have Ramayana, but because it is a little bit difficult for me to read and play the drum, because I'm no professional, but our Guruji has taught us when the time comes, and translate some of the traditional bhajans that we always sing. Many times we hear the Pandit singing Pinjre ke Panchi, Anai Bhi Akhela, and Tere Dwar Kara Bhagwan, and many times we don't know the meaning of these bhajans. And many times we assume the meanings of the bhajans, and many times when we go to funerals and so we hear the bhajan, we say that's a dead bhajan. There is no dead bhajan. There's a lot of meaning in our bhajans, and before we go to that point, we would like to ask everyone to please stand, where we will now do opening mantras. And today we pray for not only our Guruji, but we pray for Mama also. We pray for all those in the entire world. So today, our prayer is that the Atmas of our Guruji would be and Mama in their journey towards in their journey to whichever lok they have to end up. After the Bandara, there's a journey that soul has to take, and after the 11 months, that soul will be given judgment, where the Atma will now be taken and judged to see whether that Atma has to get a body or that Atma will go straight to Vishnu Lok. And I think my Guruji's Atma is utmostly blessed because you're all here with us today. So today we close our eyes, we bow our heads and we pray. And we ask Sri Krishna Bhagwan to bless us and bless the Atmas of Mama and our Guruji. So we close our eyes, we bow our heads and we pray. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om He Ram He Ram He Ram Hame Daya Om Gajananam Bhutaganaadi Sevitam Kapita Jambho Parisar Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarakam Namami Vigni Ishwar Pada Pankajam Om Durga Durgati Dur Kar Mangal Karo Sab Kaaj Mar Mandir Ujwal Karo Kripa Kare Aaj Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanur Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Yam Brahma Varninda Rudramarta Sunvanti Ravyai Verai Sangha Pratakramo Parashade Gayati Masamaga Om Dhyan Vashtit Tatkina Manas Pashantyam Yogino Yasyantam Nasurasuragana Daitasmai Namaha Om Sri Guru Charana Saro Jareja Nijamana Mukura Sura Varna Raguvar Vimalayasha Jodaik Parcha Bodhina Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Budhi Vedya प्रकृतः ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ॐ कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय। तुलसी वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। अयोध्यापति श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। सर्वदेवियों की जय। सर्वदेवता की जय। जय 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 सीताराम। आसन लीजिए, take your seat. And again, let me remind you that you have to wash your hands, keep your mask on. I have my mask off because I am just in this corner. After I will tell you our rules in when we come to offering. So we will start now. We will go for 1 hour, and then we will do our second part, which is the offering for Shivratri. Sorry. So today we begin. So we ask the group to sing one bhajan first, and then I will go to mine. So while they are looking, you know, everybody will be looking. So while they are looking, I will sing, and then we would sing one more. जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय 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 गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति,
हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में, शिव जी के मंदिर, शिव जी के मंदिर, शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में सोना की और मुरली बजी है, सोना की और मुरली बजी है, सोना की और मुरली बजी है, सोना की और मुरली बजी है। सीता और श्री राम शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में तुलसीदास भजो भगवाना, तुलसीदास भजो भगवाना। लक्ष्मण और हनुमान शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में, शिव जी के मंदिर, शिव जी के मंदिर, शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम। शिव जी के मंदिर में।
Pura Shree Ram Mahadev ki jai. So devotees, we go. Look at so something katha. So we go. What I'll do is tonight is try to sing one of the bhajans, that one or two or three of the bhajans that you normally hear at the time of funeral or shroud, or at the time of when they say and teach the karma, which is that time of the Hindu funeral rites are being done. So today there's a very beautiful bhajan that my Guruji used to sing, and Joy used to sing it also. It's Pinjare ke panchi, Pinjare ke panchi tere dard ke tere dard mein jaane koi. So I'll sing the bhajan and then I'll translate it. So we join together. So again, remember, I am not accustomed playing for this bhajan also. So if I do make mistakes, please forgive me. Pinjare ki panchi re, tera dard mein jaane ko, tera dard mein jaane ko. Pinjare ke panchi Shree Ram As the bhajan says, पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरे दर्द न जाने कोई. That there's this bird, and this bird is trapped in a cage. तेरे दर्द न जाने कोई is that no one would know the pain that that bird has in his heart. पिंजरे के पंछी रे, that the pinjari, the bird is trapped in a cage, but nobody knows his pain. बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तू. That on the outside, you look silent. The person who is singing the bhajan is looking at the bird and say from the outside you're looking silent. Beathar roy re, but on the inside you are screaming. And it refers to all of us. On the outside, every time you look at us, we look good. We are dressed nicely, hair is combed, we look good. We always have a smile on our face, but nobody knows what we have in our hearts. Like today, as we were cleaning Mandir yesterday, we were so happy that we were cleaning Mandir, but we were missing our guru. So this is our pain, that every time we come here and we have service, there is many times you say, there are many would question, tonight you have to have the monthly reading, or monthly katha, monthly satsang. But today is also Mahashivratri. And it's falling on the time of the most auspicious time for my guru, which is he was an ardent devotee of Shankar Bhagwan. And again, this bird is trapped in a cage, but nobody knows the pain. From the outside, this bird looks good, but on the inside, this bird is screaming. कहने सके तू अपनी कहानी. To whom you want to tell your story? तेरे भी पंछी, ओ bird. क्या जिंदगानी रे? Does life mean anything to you? विधि न तेरी कथा लिखी. That when the story of your life was written, आंसू में कलम डुबोई. That story of your life was written with tears, not ink. Devotees, how many of us can say that the story of our lives were written? Which bhajan we can sing and it pertains to our life? This bhajan says that to whom you going to tell a story? You are alone in that cage. And this is what my guru always told me. He said, even though I have my whole family around me, I'm lonely still. You know why? He wasn't a bird that was trapped in a cage, but he had that love for his wife. And she meant everything to him. And when she died, he said this is how he felt. He said, I can have all the love and I will have all you around me. But what is missing from here is my wife. And he would come and he would tell me, he said sometimes when I talk to her. And sometimes I would think that, you know, he gets in mad. But only when you become a wife or become a husband, then you know that love that you will have for your wife or your husband. This bird is alone. And it shows us of life. Sometimes we end up alone. And the bird says, chupake, silently. Rone wale, that you are crying. All of us are crying. Because we can see tears in Shanda's eyes. As much as she wants to hold it back, it's going to come out. Every time we hear this bhajan now, we're going to be crying. And there is one more bhajan that I have to sing, and I'm not sure if I can do it. But you know what? My Guruji is going to give me the strength. And chupake, silently, rone wale, we all are crying, just like the bird is crying. Rakhna chupake. Dil ki chale, that yet you keep your heart's wound hidden. Rakhna chupake, dil ki chale. How many times we keep things in our hearts and we cry and we cry and we cry and we don't tell anybody. This is the bird is in a cage and he's crying inwardly and outwardly he's showing the world that he's strong, but he's not. Ye pathar ka desh hai pagale. That this world, the people of this world are so stone-hearted. Koi na tera hoi. That no one is for you. Koi na tera hoi. No one is for you. It tells us the story of life. That sometimes we think those would be there for us, and at that point in our life when we need them, they're not there anymore. We sit and we cry about it. And our hearts would cry about it. But you know what? This bird has taught all of us a lesson. All of us fit into that same category. Now I would sit and I would realize why my grandmother used to sit and listen to these songs and cry. And especially when you hear Nirma, the Ramayana, she would start to cry. Because you know we connected. Because from the time the Hindus come in, they would play Nirma. Jai 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 Saraswati Mata, and then they would go to Katha. And even as a child, I wondered, I thought, wow, this man is only singing for funeral. But it's after you know that this was actually a Katha in Ramayana. But his voice was so touching. Many times, many people would touch our lives. Like Mama would have touched the lives of many here. Because when we would have service, when we would have pujas, or when we would have anything for Baba, she would have been here with us on FaceTime. When Raj would come home and she would call Raj on her every day. At a certain point she would call Raj, she would talk to all of us. And I enjoyed seeing Mama's face. And she would ask how Baba doing, and she would ask for everybody. And we all would be sitting in the back like one little family, and we would wave. And look at where we are today and look at where they are today. Life is so unpredictable that we should make every minute matter. That's why many times, for many years, I have never said I love you to anybody. But we started that tradition here. Because if you don't tell the people that you love them, don't wait till your eyes close and your mouth can't move. And that, my Guru, in his last words were, I love you. And I'm so proud of you. And those words, if I could frame those words, I would frame it and put it on my wall. But I framed it in my heart. And this is what gives all of us that extra push in everything that we have to do. Like today, I have so many. My back is hurting, my arm is hurting. But my Guru said, and I always promise him, if I have to come here on a wheelchair, I will come. Because I have to fulfill my duty as a Guru, as a Chela. And you all are here because of that. So did we go to the next kata before everybody started crying again? Next, I am a cousin saying kata, the next question. Please forgive me because it's, you know when you're accustomed reading Ramayana and you go to this part of it, it's not a little bit different. But don't worry, before the night finished, I was saying the kirtan, the satsang. So we joined together. This is a bhajan that my guru would always sing. He wouldn't only sing it at funerals, he would sing it for us for Navratri, for Shivratri, on for funerals, for birthdays, everything, because he loved this bhajan. And I thought of translating it because it has a beautiful translation. And I never thought of it because only when my guru was singing it, I used to like to play drum. So today I have to play drum and sing it for him and for Mama. So today we join together. Bhajan Tiri Dwar Kara Bhagavan Bhagata Bharadi Re Jewelry. That if God is standing at your door, what would you do? If God comes to your door, what would you do? So we sing the bhajan and then we translate. तेरे द्वार करा भगवान भगत करे रे जोड़ी ओ भगत करे रे जोड़ी तेरे द्वार करा भगवान भगत करे रे जोड़ी ओ भगत करे रे जोड़ी जीना होगा Bhagavan, that if God is standing at your door, Bhagate Bardi Rejoli, take this opportunity to fill his bag. In a long time, my grandmother would always tell me, she said, anybody come begging? Only if they come and ask for salt, look at them now. I don't know why she said tell me that. I think I know why, but we won't discuss that here. She said, anybody come at any point in time and ask for food, you can give. Never let anybody leave from in front of your doorstep without something to eat, something to drink. And now you understand that. And the bhajan says, Bhagata Baradiye Rejoli, that take this opportunity to fill their bag. Sometimes somebody would come to our home, and I would tell a little a story of when I was pregnant with my first daughter. And this man came and he asked for something to eat, but he asked for money too. My husband had gone to work. Robin had gone to work, and I had 1/4 of roti with plantain and roti in the morning. And as I was going to sit to eat, he came and he asked, he said, well, give me something to eat and doing the motions. And I wrapped it up nicely and I gave him something and gave him that to eat. And while he was leaving, he felt the roti in his rain and he said, I didn't want that. But I gave him it. That was my last meal. I had something to eat. I could have made something else. But I know he came and asked there was something to eat. Now this is not to tell you that I give him something to eat and make me look good. But it's to tell you how ungrateful sometimes we are for a mouthful of food. So we look at that one mouthful of food and we look at it as this is plenty. I can't give you, I give you, I will have nothing to eat. Give. And that is why those who plant garden and things, when they breed their crops, who is the first person who will carry those crops? Today I heard that on radio. Those of you who are listening to radio would have heard it also. When those farmers would plant their crops, they would go and pick one of everything, some of it, and they carry it to the guru, the pandit. Because when the Brahmins, this is when those who are revered and honored, eat of that, and they are satisfied, God bless the hands of the cook. God bless the hands of the person who planted that plant. And God bless the people who prepared this food. This is the blessing that people will ask. Ki yuga yuga teri rahege shan. This is what you will remembered by forever. That when you give, somebody like my guru gave me my riyal. And every time I would read Ramayana, I would remember, this is what my guru gave me. When somebody gives you something with true love, you remember them. So these farmers, when they plant, they would carry first to the guru, the revered pandit. And when they pandit, that is why sometimes when you get it, like I received a seed hair like this many times, that it's like a market bag. Baigan and tomato and onion and garlic and cucumber. And I love myself because he's not accustomed to the onion, aloo, garlic. You're very thankful for it. But it's just a different, and when I didn't question it, but when the Yajman said that this is my sweat, this is what I had sweat for, then you value it a little more. So the bhajan says again, Doloti hai, sari dharti dekh rahe, dola gagan hai sara. The great Lord who supports the earth and who can shake the earth. Bhik mangne aaye tere ghar. If he comes to your house, Jagat ka palanharari, bringing with him his bag. May aaj tere mehman. That today I am your guest. Kar le mujhse zara pehchan. Try to recognize him. Try to recognize the Lord when he comes to your door. But so many of us are blinded by, that's the last $20 I have. Many of us will be blinded by, that's the last meal I have to cook. I haven't grocery yet. I'll tell you a story again. One day I came temple, and when I went back home, my cupboard was bare. I said, Robin, we were like bandit pants for the cupboard. He said, no, somebody came and they said that they had 3 children. He said, I know you're going grocery tomorrow, so I know you would buy. This is what we should do. I don't even think I would have done that. I probably will take him something up and give him. But when you do things with true love and devotion, you get what you give it. My grandmother always said, what you give in your right hand, you'll get back in your left hand. But never give with your left hand because you will never get back in your right hand. I don't know how that makes sense, right? Because what you give with both hands. Right hand and the wrong hand. So devotees, this is what it says. If Bhagwan comes to your door trying to recognize him, don't say, well, you know, this is the last $5 I have, give it to him. Because when you give, you receive 100 times more. But try to recognize him. Now, there are many sheep in wolf's clothing. There are many who will come to your door, but you do your duty. You do your duty, that's your duty. Give to him everything. Mit jaye phal mein tera. Take my advice. Janama janama ka pera. And in every bird your suffering will be decreased. Tu chora sakala abhiman. Give up this abhiman. Amar kar lere tu apana daan. And let this be your daan. Let this be your daan. Now today we were talking about charity. Many times we give charity and we take a selfie. And we show the whole of social media. I give this. Or you go and tell everybody, I do this. What you do silently, you reap rewards loudly. There are many people who would give, like we all would do it. We all would give silently. We do it on our own. But we don't have to go and say, well, you know what, Shanta, when does she give, you know, and no, you won't get no blessings for that. You will get, this is what the bhajan says, when Bhagwan comes to your door, don't try to go and give 100 people and everybody know. You try to recognize if God comes to your door. Don't let everybody recognize who you give. You recognize who you give. And then you will get the blessings. So look how powerful this bhajan is. And we always hear it, and we never know the meaning of it. It means that what our Guru had been teaching us so many years is what we have been in front of our eyes, and we were never able to recognize it, because what he was teaching us was to always be humble. Humility was always the first and foremost. With me, sometimes people don't even know I'm the Pandit. And I am always taken for the Pandit wife. But people don't know that. I'm always taken for the Pandit wife. And sometimes we come into Aarti for Robin and they think Robin is the Pandit. Because you know why, you don't want to have to tell everybody I am the Pandit. My Guru always said, don't beat your chest and say, let people recognize who you are. Don't tell people who you are. And let people recognize who you are by not your words, but your actions. Your actions. Because today everybody is going to remember what today is Carnival Monday. And look, Pandita or Lisa or Shanti or whatever you would call me, look, she came and she did puja. She did Satsang. Everybody's going to recognize that Auntie Joy, she could have go too. She could have go Juve, but she come. And Auntie Mullen could have go roti home, but she come. Now the Chandra could have gone by her children, but she came. Dasi is here. Dasi could have not been here. She was about no rainfall and I ain't come in. And the Saka because of her foot at the man way. But you are blessed to come because this is your duty. So today, recognize God if He comes to your door and fill His basket. Fill His basket with everything you have. Because you know when you give, you're going to get 100 times back. And that's true. Sometimes you give your last dollar and say, well, I know when I got to wait till payday to get it. And most of us would have gone through that stage of life. I don't feel shame to say it. We have all been there. Waiting on the last dollar that you have. When you go grocery, make sure your children have food. And you make sure your bills paid. And you ain't care if you have money to last the week. But you're happy that your children are happy that your bills paid. TNT can't come and come to your house. My Guru always said that. It doesn't all, you don't have to look good, but you have to feel good. Looking good is one, but feeling good is another. When you feel good, when you come here and you say, well, my children have food to eat home, my husband is good, my wife is good, and I'm happy. I'm happy to spend time with this family today. This is what blessing is. So devotees, this is my two questions that I had to explain today. And I see I take half an hour. So what we do, we don't want to take too much of your time, but we'll sing the next half an hour in Kirtan to Lord Shankar Bhagwan because today is Shivratri and that he wouldn't sing the most appropriate song. That we are in Mandir, Shiva Ji ki Mandir mein. That we are in the Mandir, and this is my godfather's blood, sweat and tears. And this is in his last hour, we used to have to chant with him Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya all the time because he loved Shankar Bhagwan. He knew that Shankar Bhagwan would come and take away his pains and problems. Always. And he always had confidence in Shankar Bhagwan. That's why he always wanted a Shiv Mandir. He was always a Shivite. So devotees, we go to sing a few bhajans. And what I would try to do tonight, I am no university student. I have only been a Pandit for the last few years, which is probably about 15 years. Close to 10 to 15 years probably. But I don't know everything. And you don't know everything. But the little knowledge that I have, we will try to incorporate it on our daily lives. Like the Dar. First we're going to explain the Dar, the contents of the Dar, before we go to bhajan. So we would all look for a bhajan for the time. The contents of the Dar are supposed to have 5 things. Milk, honey, ghee, dahi, and water. And we're supposed to put some brine rice and cane juice. Right. But the milk have water in it. So the cane juice is also water from the cane, but it's sweet. So many times we say we have to put a tulsi and we have to put a sapari and we have to put a coin. No. You make it like you make in Panchamrit, but you don't put the tulsi. And our secondly I will explain to you why we don't put the tulsi. So we put honey, ghee, milk, dahi, and black tea. 5 things. The 5 things represent Abhishekam. It represents the Abhishekam. And it represents that when Lord Shiva had drank the poison, the halahal poison, and he had to keep it in his throat, if he would only sleep and swallow, then we know Bhagwan Shiva, that could have never happened. So the Devtas had to keep him awake. And the halahal poison had him uneasy. So at various points in time when he started to feel as if he couldn't handle it anymore, they had to pour water, they pour honey, they pour ghee, they pour curd, which is dahi, they pour the milk, and they tried to cool him. And it is nowhere in our scriptures written the rituals that we do today with the lingam. In Mahashivran gave us the katha of how the Devtas had bathed and tried to cool Lord Shankar Bhagwan. And we now will take from this Mahashivran and incorporate it in our ritual. This is our way of representation of Mahashankar Bhagwan in that lingam. There are many kathas, but this is one of them. And that halahal poison that came out of the Chir Sagar, which is the ethereal ocean. The Lord Shankar has swallowed to save all of us. So devotees, this is what the 5 things that the Dar is supposed to have. The cane juice you will add, and then you add the black till and the white rice. The cane juice, the white rice, and the black till are all added after. They are not compulsory to the 5. They are added after because we want to satisfy ourselves. The rice is so that we'll have prosperity. The black till is our connection to Lord Shankar. And the cane juice is also the sweetness, we want the sweetness from Lord Shankar Bhagwan. That's why honey was poured on him. So devotees, these are all and you don't add tulsi to your dar and you don't add tulsi to your parsad. Now many would argue this point. But the next katha, if you want to put it, you are free to put it. But after the katha, you have to make the choice. I can't tell you don't do it. But not everything we would add tulsi. And especially tonight, the bilwa leaves or the bay leaves would be your tulsi that you would offer. That is the main leaf that you're offering. And if it doesn't have 3 leaves, don't offer it. And if a piece of that, one of these 3 leaves are broken, don't offer it. Let it be whole. Right? So we go to a few bhajans again, and then we would do.
Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva, Shiva Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva. Om Shiva Nanaya Sahar, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Om Shiva Nanaya Sahar, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Harahu Kalesha Vikar, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Om Shiva Nanaya Sahar, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Jyotirho
emergency to retire. So we sing and then we go to the next bhajan.
Shiv Shankar Mahadev Shiv Ji Sukh Ka Sagar Shiv Shankar Mahadev Shiv Ji Sukh Ka Sagar Sukh Ka Sagar Sukh Ka Sagar
is that her husband was a demon. I'm just going to break it down in a nutshell. So, her husband was killed at the hands of Lord Shankar Bhagavan. And because of that, Vrinda felt so violated that she drowned herself in the ocean. But her Atma was transferred into the Tulsi plant. But because of that heat, that she didn't have so much heat, she realized after that her husband was actually a demon. But she was such a pure woman that her husband got strength from her purity. And the only way that Lord Shankar Bhagavan would kill the demon, her husband, that she had to be violated. And when she realized what had happened, she drowned herself and she cursed Lord Shankar. She said, as of today I will never worship you again. Again, it is not written in the Shiv Puran, but the Katha says that she said, I will not worship you. But when after, she was such a pure woman that her Atma was transferred into the plant of the Tulsi. She became Vrinda, from Vrinda, she became Tulsi Mata. Hence, this is the reason why some would not offer the Tulsi to Lord Shankar Bhagavan. Right? So this is just my way of explaining it. Now it's a long katha, but I will just break it down generally. So devotees, we sing a few more bhajans and then we'll finally do our chant, Om Namah Shivaya, and then we'll go to our offering and I'll tell you how that will happen after. So we sing one more set of bhajans. So if my Guruji was here and everybody sit down and they are final bhajan, I am going to follow in my Guruji's steps. So today, for both Mama and Guruji, if they were here today, Mama would have been on FaceTime and my Guruji would have been right there. And if you notice, there is a seat right there and nobody sitting in it. Shanta can push for a time. So my Guruji allows his seat as yet. So my Guruji's Atma, I only hope that, Lord Krishna blesses him because the amount of love and compassion that we all have for him and we are putting into this, and Mama also. That Mama was such a blessed woman. When I remember going, my Mama's home, we went to a wedding and we stopped in and everybody gets something to eat. And she was going to cook too. She said, no Mama, we're good. We'll take something to drink. She was such a loving woman. So this is the love that we will extend to those who have extended that love to us. So devotees, we go to our next round of bhajans and then we continue.
Oh
Okay, I must thank the ladies of the temple before I forget, because if I finish and I tell it is, they might be. So yesterday, the ladies of the Mandir, Auntie Joy, Auntie Merlin, Alora, who is it, Auntie Laura, Shanta and myself, Raj was there also, but Raj was out early. So, Auntie Merlin is taking very good footsteps in my Guruji. So she had them on their toes yesterday. But I thanked them for coming here, but I thanked them for having me do work too. So they had me going too. So, you know, there's a little saying that they will kill me here today. That was yesterday. But we were enjoying ourselves, and every word that came out of our mouth was, if Guruji was here, well, I could have done that, you know. But again, we have different rules. Yesterday, I was one of the ladies. Today, I'm the pundit. But mind you, they will still talk to me like that because, and I enjoy it. You know why? They respect me when respect is due, when they have to. But they love me as a child also because I grew up here as young as Sophie. I was 6 years old when I started to come Mandir. I was 9 years old when I started to read Ramayana. All because of my Guruji. So although yesterday would have been sad, I listened to him because he would have come out and he would have called Shanta and he back, where's Shanta be? And he was really good to win. But he had us happy. So we have to carry on that tradition. And I must say, this is what Satsang is. The monthly Satsang is done to keep the family together, for the happiness of the home. And honestly, without this, I don't think we would have been much happier than we are. Because yesterday we were sitting, as we were sitting, Shanta had prepared dinner for us. Shanta and Vandana had prepared dinner and we thank them so much. And we sat there eating and all we could talk about was Baba. And from Baba we went to Mama. And from Mama we went to Papa. Because we like to find out how Papa doing. And then we find out Raj went to Laramie. So we find out everything on our beautiful kids today. But this is what love is. When a mother or a father leaves a home, the responsibility of being the mother and father goes to the daughters and the daughter-in-laws. And the fathers of the home are the sons and the son-in-laws. Because our mothers and fathers have trained us well. So that when they are no longer, they have to take up that, they have to create that love. And Raj, I must say Raj only have one sister, and that is me. Right? So I am proud to say that. He has many brothers, and he has one sister. And I will fulfill my duty towards Raj. And I think it's not a duty. He is my brother. Once I tie Rakhi for them, they belong to me. And I see my brother Neil is here also. This is your responsibility of a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a guru. And our Guruji always tells us that. When you give your word, stand for your word. Family is family. You can die, talking to that family for many years, but you will die and that family will be yours. Still. You can't unfamily somebody. You can unfriend them, but you can't unfamily them. So I was threatening ladies, I say, "Paul, give me trouble, unfamily only." But this is love. This is what true love is. And this is what our Guruji has created here. So we're going to our next set of questions before. If my Guruji was here, he would have, when I talking, he'd be pointing the clock. Right, so we go on to the next, we have a few questions again, and then we will do our chant, and then we will go towards the
Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shivaya. Hare
So we go to our chant. So at this point in time, we like to ask you to sit upright. Let us all close our eyes, let us all bow our heads, and let us, tonight, we know Mahashivratri will be at 12 midnight. You know, everybody is asking what time Mahashivratri is. It's 12 midnight. But the auspicious time will begin at 5:47. It would have began at 5:47 this evening, and at 12 midnight will be the Mahashivratri. And then there is this beautiful katha before we go into that, where this hunter had a pregnant wife, and he had to get food for his wife. And as he had no other choice, this is what he knew to do. He had to hunt to feed his family. What he did, he took his bow and arrow, and he took some water, and he climbed up the tree, the bale tree. Didn't realize that it was a billow tree. And the Mahashivratri said it was, the bale tree has so many, you know, where you have to pick up. This is what he did. He went through to make sure that he got food for his wife. So he took that water and he went up into the tree. And as he went up into the tree, there was this deer, this mummy deer that came. And as he saw the deer, he pulled the arrow, and as he pulled the arrow, a drop of water fell on the lingam that was laying at the bottom of that tree that he didn't see. He pulled his arrow, a drop of water fell, and one of the leaves, three leaves, one of that leaf fell on the lingam. And when the deer heard that, he said, wait, please don't kill me. He said, why? I have to feed my family. You are what I have. You are my food to feed my family. He says, no, give me a chance. Let me go home and let me have that opportunity to tell my children goodbye. I have three children at home. I have my husband, I have my sister at home. He says, so what will, I am not stupid. I know if you leave here, you are coming back. He said, no, he said, I promise you I'll come back. Allow me to go home and come back. And he said, all right, go ahead. She went home. Then again, there was another day. He said, well, tonight is a very fruitful night. He pulled his arrow again. A drop of water fell, and the bay leaf fell on top the lingam. And the voice said, stop, don't kill me, please. I have my sister, and I have my children, I have my husband at home. Please give me a chance to say goodbye to them. He said, you're the second one come here and say that, you know. So if you like stupid. So the next one I come back here, she said, no. Let me go home and let me tell my family goodbye. How much time we tell our family goodbye when we leave home? We never think, we always think we want to come back, we'll be busy, we're going to work, we just take up a lunch bag and be gone. And look how important it is to the day. There's the little phones at home, they want to go and say goodbye. The two of them has gone, which is his sister, and the two female there. And then one of their husbands came. He said, let me sacrifice myself. And when he came, the hunter saw him again and said, wait, and I didn't let the deers pull his arrow, a drop of water fell, and one of the bay leaf fell. The third time, Then again, well, let me go home and tell my wife and my children, and I'll come back, I promise you. He said, wait now. But he started to feel a little more, with each time that they would come, he would feel a little more hurt. And he wondered why. He said, well, I always kill the animals, why are you feeling like this? And the fourth time, he went home now, and there's this, the other husband came, bucked the egg, and as he pulled the arrow, and the water fell on the lingam, and that barely fall on the lingam, his heart melted. And he's a hunter. He wouldn't, if all these 4 years promised him they come back, he wouldn't take all 4 of them and carry home because his wife is pregnant. If you have a pregnant wife at home and she call and say, hey, go and get something from south and you come back from north, Raj would know. You have to go and get it. So he's not only looking at satisfying his own hunger, he's satisfying the hunger of his wife. He's looking at his unborn child. And whether he wants to kill her or not, he starts to have compassion. And this is what Mahashivratri should be based on, compassion. When we take that vrat of fasting, should melt our hearts. All the bad mind we have, and all the anger and hatred should leave. And that day we are talking to your neighbor, and your neighbor just say, tell the neighbor, Shree Ram. Happy Mahashivratri. And believe me, whole your neighbor talking to you, to get parcel too. Compassion is something, and this is what a devotee of Lord Shankar Bhagavan is. From each time you make that offering from your heart, unknowingly this hunter, but a drop of water would fall, and that is water he took to drink, but he didn't drink it. He was so excited about seeing the deer that a drop of water and the leaf fell on the lingam. This is the significance of offering the jal and offering of the bale from the Mahashiv Puran. It is not written, it is not scripted, and we have to offer 21, we have to offer 7, and we have to 108. We take from the Mahashiv Puran, we take the advice of the Mahashiv Puran and we incorporate it in our lives. And this is our way of doing what that hunter did. So tonight we are going to pray for our family. We're not going to continue the katha, because it's a sad katha. So let us now chant the name of Lord Shankar Bhagavan and let us be like the hunter. So at the end of when they fought, they kept their word, and when they came back, and it signifies the 4 paharas. There are 4 paharas that has to be taken, that takes place before 12 midnight. From 5:47 this evening to 12 midnight would have had 4 paharas. And at every interval when the hunter would have shot his arrow and dropped that naked offering is the same significance that we would do when we make our offering on the lingam. Right? So I hope I am explaining it, because when I read it and it has to come through these lips sometimes, I don't know how it comes out. I don't know if you will understand it, but I try to incorporate it in a way that you would understand it. It may not be literally from the book, but it's incorporated in a way for you to understand. So this is the significance of tonight's offering. And my Guruji has always ended it in the chant. And his life ended in that chant. And tonight we are going to chant. So we all join together. We will do just a couple minutes, and then we will go straight to offerings. And I'll tell you how that will take place, right? So we join together, and again we sit upright. We let Lord Shankar Bhagavan enter our hearts and enter our minds. So we picture Lord Shankar. Today we forget all the pains and problems that we have. Today we cannot forget Mama, and we cannot forget Guruji. But what we will remember them in our minds, and we will ask Lord Shankar Bhagavan to guide them, so that we will make their journey a smoother one. So today we pray, and I think with all of our prayers, Mama and Baba probably will meet up after 11 months and they will talk about we doing satsang. Bhavam Bhavani Saritam Namami, Bhavam Bhavani Saritam Namami, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya, Om Namah 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 Shivaya.
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिं वर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्युर्मोक्षेमयमृता ॐ नागेन्द्रहारा त्रिलोचनाय भस्मङ्गरागामहेश्वराय नित्यासुराय देहमहारे तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ हरि ओम बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. So again, today we have done Katha Satsang, not Katha. We have done Satsang for Guruji, and today we have completed it for both Guruji and Mama. And today you all have the opportunity now. We didn't advertise it in a big way, but our murtis have been स्थापन and they have life in them. So all devas and devis are alive in our Mandir. We must make our offerings. And today all those who have their offerings of their dar and their prasad, you can come one by one. Now listen very carefully. That because of COVID and because of we wanted to have the protection of each and every one of us, we all have sick families, we all are not well ourselves. So we want to be all safe. So what I would do, I have this hand sanitizer right here. Most times you don't get chandan and you don't get essence and you don't get arti. When you would come one by one, you would stand here and you would come inside and I would wash your hands, I would give you a ring and I would rangi your own chandan for you. My hands would be clean, I would have my mask on and I would put chandan for you and I would give you that pan leaf and you would take that and you would offer your chandan on the linga, right? So you do have your own personal puja, your own items to perform puja. Then I will give you an incense and you will perform your arti, right? And when you are finished there, you will walk out back. We want to walk in whole of the temple and we want to do arti. We will not be able to do that tonight. You would stand from where the lingam is and you perform your arti in a circular motion. You don't have to go where the murti is because of COVID and because I will be sitting on this side. Laura will be assisting me and Tanti Mulden and Tanti Laura will go and they will offer first and they will come and they will assist you with taking your prasad from you and helping you make your offering. So one person will be on that side and one person will be on this side with me. So when you walk in, you go straight to the lady, you come straight to me, I will prepare you and then you will go and perform your puja. So it will take a little time, you have your own time to do it. Right? It take as much time as you want by the lingam, make your offering and then you do your arti and then you will leave. When you go home, you will not take off that ring. If it is that you are going to eat after, if you are, those of you who are not fasting and you will eat after, you will take the ring off and place it in your tariya. When you go home, you will place it by your jandi. Right? You will open it when you go home, or you can open it when you take it out, place it in your tariya and place it by your jandi. Right? So you are going to keep that ring. You're not going to have. So we know we don't have too much of contact. So we limit in contact because of the COVID. We all know that we have family here, we have families who are sick, so we would go with that. So my idea, I was going to sanitize and wash my hands every time. But Shanta had brought the hand sanitizer. I'll sanitize my hand. I will keep my mask on and I'll prepare your chandan for you, give you it. You will have your time to perform. You offer your jal, you offer your prasad, then you offer your dar, and then you do your chandan, essence and arti. Right? So I would sanitize. I wouldn't allow you to do the essence because everybody's hands would have to touch the same essence. So you're just going to, I would stay from here and I would spray it for you. It does make a difference if the Pandit do it for you. So when you're doing puja, the Pandit will puja for you. So I will assist you today. So I hope you all understand we didn't have to do it. You know, when we have a death in the family, there's a period of mourning. But this is our Mandir. This is also part of our community and part of our lives and a part of our Guru's life. So we will continue to do that. So today when we are going to do final prayer, we won't do final prayer now, but we will close, we'll just do one prayer to close here, and then we will at the end of it, because everybody's going to leave. So I think let me do prayer now. So when you come inside and you wish to leave after you had your meal, because meals have been prepared for tonight, please don't leave. After remain, those of you who are fasting, and those of you who would prefer breaking your fast after you make your offering, quite okay, right? So we will, at this point in time, close our eyes, bow our heads, and let us do our final prayer. And then you would get up and you would organize yourself to come inside. So today again we pray and we ask Bhagwan, Shankar Bhagwan, to bless each and every one of you. And I hope that you will have a safe journey home after you complete your offering. Today we pray and ask Bhagwan to keep you safe, keep your family safe. And today ask Sri Krishna Bhagwan to guide the Atmas of Guruji and Mama Parmasar. We pray. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtim Vardhanam Urvarakamiva Vandana Mrishwar Mokshamayamrita Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Shyasya Tvameva Tvameva Bija Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Purasya Vapati Mahadev ki, Purasya Guru Maharaj ki, Sarvadeviyo ki, Sarvadevta ki, Purasya Satsang Dharma ki, Jai 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 Shree Ram. So first person we'll have to offer would be Tanti Burden and Tanti Joy and Laura, and then they would tell you as how to come in, so you prepare, because they will be all helping with the parasat so that you'll be able to get a box of parasat when you leave. So that's why I'm allowing them to offer first, right? So after they offer, you all can come one by one and you make your offering.
Shiv Hare Vijayam Gurudevaram Shiv Hare Vijayam Gurudevaram Sujanam Janamangalam Bhajati te Purusha Paramam Padam Bhati tasya Sukham Paramadvitam Shiv Hare Vijayam Gurudevaram Shiv Hare Vijayam Gurudevaram Jaya Yudhishthira Vallabha Bhupate
अमृतोपत्रवती स्वाहा अमृतापिरानवती स्वाहा Can you read? Om Anguli Anamitam Chakushami Bhaktam Bhagavatam Anguli Kapayami. So if you break this fast and you install after you take your ring off, right? Sapti Jalasman Fruit, Fruit Chaitra Gaya, Bhuga, Pushra, Pushra, Nishar, Sirtani, Punyani, After Salabhavan State. Om Namagram Divaishri, Punevesh, Tattavachariti, Naivedyam Graitam Devaj, Vakshapojanam Samavatam, Nana Chanavedyam Sri Shiv Ling Puja Mein, Pratik Graitam. इस प्रकार की ग्रहण कीजिए प्रभु ग्रहण कीजिए सच ट्रीट है सत्य कृष्ण अर्पण ओम हरि ओम श्री नैवेद्य भक्ष भोजनम समावतम समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम तत्सत् शिव हरे विजयम गुरुमेवरम शिव हरे विजयम गुरुमेवरम प्रभु सुरसरेद घृत शेखर हे गुरु मम विभो किं स्मरणं कृतं शिव हरे विजयं गुरुमेवरं शिव हरे विजयं गुरुमेवरं शिव हरे विजयं Right, so when you after you offer your dar, and then when you arti, so you offer your mala, ready? When you offer arti, offer mala, you offer chandan, right? Offer chandan, you mala and arti. So offer chandan. Om Tikali Chandanam Divyam Tam Divyam Manashanam. 3 times, 1. Sri Chandanam Samarpayami. Om Sri Chandanam Samarpayami. Om Hari Om Tatsat. Just such. Om Gandhvaram Gururasham Jit. Om Gandhvaram Gururasham Jit Putam Shri. Shri Arjuna. Somebody will ring it up. Wait, not yet. You wouldn't open it. You wouldn't open it down. Open it down. Yes. You open it down slowly. Om Hari Om Tatsat. Om Trayambatam Vikamani Sugandham Pushtivarnam. Urvaram Kamidavajanam Pushtivaramrita. Om Tatpurusaya Vivinda Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat. Tulsi Mavati Mahadev ki jai. Om Ori Kartasam Shanekar Yavat Kartaswami Yavat Yodhavat Artisam Samadhyami. Sapayami. Om Shri Chakravani ki jai. From behind, that's not supposed to be the money. The roof is not for issue. That is unclean. You forgot to connect it. Om Hari Om. No, then. Om. Offering the offering. Make sure that the patasa and everything is offered again. So you can open it once in back so that it comes when you open it down and touch, right? Kind of good. Okay, dark, and then you shut down the Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hari Om. Sri Shankaraya Namo Namaha. Guru Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. To obey Chandan. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Divyam. Om Sri Chandanam Sivan Suryam Pavitram Pavanashtam Akti Bhatinitya. Ashti Krishti Sapsa. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Divyam Kavyam Suryam. Yoga, you will check 21, right? Alright, so you offer. So that's going to offer. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Guru Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Dev Aarti dekha. Om Gaudev Kartasam Feb Yam Kartasam Sati Thousand Shirobhava. Tulsi Shankar Bhagwan ki glittering. No idea already. Yeah, it's pretty good. But I have everybody go get a new one. ओम नमः शिवाय पूर्णं नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम पूर्णं नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि सभी लोग ओम नमः शिवाय
Yeah, why don't you take this one? Yeah.
ओम हरि ओम ओम श्री स्नानं समर्पयामि वयोरधिकृतं चैवमनुष्ठाचक्रायतं पञ्चामृतमयानितं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्णाम् ओम त्रिलिङ्गं स्नानं समर्पयामि ओम श्री ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम हरि ओम चंदन ओम हरि ओम चंद्रवत्पद्यं पवित्र पावनाश्रम आप देवता लक्ष्मी श्री सर्वदा ओम श्री चंद्रं समर्पयामि आरती ओम हरि ओम Holy Christ, benefit our service of the thousand Sirohava, Om Sri Thousand Sirohava. ओम श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ओम नमः ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे सर्वस्वयवै चन्द्रराय नैवेद्यं गृहीतां देवा पक्षभूतं समागतं नानाच नैवेद्यं श्री शिवलिंग पूजा में प्रतिगृहीताम् इस प्रकार की ग्रहण कीजिए प्रभु ग्रहण कीजिए तथा श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम् इस भोजनं प्रसादं समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम तत्सत् ओम हरि ओम तत्सत् Yeah, okay, forward. So we can ask Mandira to just check on subject, please.
Yeah.
ओम श्री नैवेद्यं भोजनं समर्पयामि ओम नमः शिवाय 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 Yeah, okay, first artist. Right. Take that. after the dar, you have 21 babies to offer, right? You have 21 babies to offer, right? So after you offer the dar, you will offer babies and then you will chant the next to that, right? Offer. Om Hariyo. Om Satsang Feb Mahadevaaya Janika Nurudra Pradaya. Om Shree Ram Samarpayami. Om Satsang Samarpayami. Om Hariyo. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hariyo. Satsang Mahadevaaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hare 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 Mahadev. All of you are Mahadev. That you offer Chandan and then you do your arti, right? Om Bodhi Karmasam Ravan Karmasam Ravan Yoga Hari Om. 3 times after. Om. No, and this 2. No, next. Next go. Yeah. Next to give the other. Here it is. So when you leaving, you take your palm leaf and you can offer it or you can palm leaf for each other. You have to take 31 babies. So you come here. After the little walk, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Open down, right? See, open it down. Om Hari Om. Om Tatpurusharaya Sri Mahadevaya Janika Nurudra Pradaya. Om Sri Ram Lingam Pujame Pratihimata. Om Hari Om Sarpurakaram Sarnavtaram Sansarasaram Sujajaharam Sadavasantam Janayaram Palamavani Sanjanamami. Om Shri Hari Om Lingam Pujame Pratihimata. Buddhasnanam Lingasnanam Samarpayami. Om Hari Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om. Satsang. And take the chandan, or you can do 21 babies first and then you do that after, right? So you do 21 babies. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. You put chandan. You put chandan and then you do arti. 3 times from left to right. Om Sikanda Chandanam Divyam. Vandana Dvaram Pradaksham Ishvarim Sarvam Pujanam Tantu. So you do your arti. Gori Satsang Feb समर्पयामि ओम श्री कर्पूराय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ओम हरि ओम तत्सत् Let it just be to Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, Om Namah Shivaya. ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ओम कर्पूर गौरम संसारसारं संसारसारं श्रीधरहारं सराव संसप्तर्यावृतं नमामि ओम श्री भगवान नमामि ओम तिलस्नानं समर्पयामि ओम श्री पैतृक विष्णुरायः पंचाशत्रायः पंचामृतस्नानं समर्पयामि ओम नमः शिवाय ओम चंदन ओम चंदनस्य महत्वनियम पवित्रं पावनास्त्रं पुष्पावले सत्यनित्यं सत्यनित्यं ओम श्री लक्ष्मी ओम हरि ओम ओम हरि ओम गौरी संस्थापन यावत् ब्रह्मस्मादिनी तावत् शिवलिंगं स्थावरं समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम श्री इस धार में शिवलिंग स्थावरं शिवलिंग आत्मनं शिवलिंग ओम हरि ओम समर्पयामि गौरी संस्थापनं ओम हरि ओम समर्पयामि चंद्रं समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम आर्तिकं समर्पयामि ओम हरि ओम ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम Hari Om. What do you put up? That's our good time? Okay, you put Chandan. Okay, Dar, you put Chandan and then do Arti. Here. You okay, Dar? Yes. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Tat Prasaya, Devaya Devi, Tanno Rudra Prachodayana, Om Namah Brahmavaya, Sapsudevaya, Om Hari Om Hari Hari Saram Samarpayami, Om Siddhek Sanam Samarpayami, Om Siddhek Sanam Samarpayami, Om Sri Karpur Gaurav Sarnavataram, Sansara Saram Vedaram Saram Samprayar Vinde, Bhavam Bhavani, Saritam Bhavani. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You put Chandan and then you do it. Om Namah Shivaya, Pavitra Pavanam, Om Chagaram Chavar. Om Chaganat Vasalyam Pavitram Pavanasam Pavanasam. So happy. So next way. From left to right. Om Chagaram Samarpayami. Chagaram. Yes. Good night. Om Artikram Satsang Feb. Om Bodhi Sakti Vanarti Yavat Karma Swabadani. Saudi Siloma. Om Hari Om Satsang. No, I would go last. Flexi, I would go up and then Sabi will come and then I would. So when Flexi leaves, you come to the store, come and pick them up, and then Sabi comes to the store. Well, lift it on it. But be careful. Today I bless your family, bless your home, that you all have food and shelter and all of this. Om Namah Brahmane Vaishnavi Prabhupune Vaishnavi Naivedyam Gretam Deva Vakshubodhanam Samavatandana Naivedyam Sri Shivling Puja में प्रतिग्रहम शिव पूजा में प्रतिग्रहम इस प्रसाद की ग्रहण कीजिए प्रभु ग्रहण कीजिए ओम कर्पूर गौरम कर्तावतारम संसार सारम जगेंद्रहारम सदा संतंभिर्यारविंदे भवम भवानी सरितम नमामि इस प्रसाद की ग्रहण कीजिए प्रभु ग्रहण कीजिए सर्वज्ञ मुझे कृष्ण ओम श्री शिवलिंग पूजा में प्रतिग्रहम इस प्रसाद की ग्रहण कीजिए प्रभु ग्रहण कीजिए और फिर flowers ladies and We have a mala. Alright, do the dark first. Do the dark first and Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, he have to go over this time.
Tanti Merlin deh.
Shiv